Hi everybody, welcome to Sunday here at harnessracingNewzealand.co.nz on the little fish, that's the big fish. Craig, Sunday afternoon at Addington, I thought you had to be very specific about the way you shot today.
Yeah, a little bit more even fields. And we find that on a Sunday, don't we, Michael? We tend to find the good horses go round on Friday, the lesser class go around on Sunday. What that does do is give you a little bit of an advantage price-wise because it's harder to find a winner, so you're getting a better price. And they're reasonable fields there, Michael. A few maiden races, a little bit of tricky races to analyse, but didn't mind one later in the program.
Tell you, I like the couple. I'll be honest, the lower grade sort of under 2 win races aren't usually where I get really excited about the punt. But you mentioned going from Fridays to Sundays and how it can really change things. I think a horse who's in race 3 today, Craig, has to be a really good chance because it's got gate speed, it's been racing in stronger fields, and it's dropping back to a race it can win. And that's Mark Oranga. What do you make of him? I thought he had to be a really good chance in race 3, number 1. He was one of my 2 bets for the day.
Yeah, well, he's got great gate speed. They put the pull-up blinds on him this week, Michael. We were interested to see that he settles in his race because he can over-race a bit, but I agree with you. He'll be early leader. Sectionally wise, he went 159 last week and he ran home at 57.8 in a race he probably couldn't win because it was a pretty hot field. This is a lesser field on not so much numbers, but quality. And I feel, like you, he should find his way to the front. It's going to be pretty hard to beat. The danger in the race is a horse called Kerala Star. We mentioned it last week when I did Big Fish, Little Fish with you, with Jimmy Curtin aboard. Gee, was good, ran 5th, and he ran the best sectionals in his race and only ran 5th. So maybe a 1-3 result in race number 3.
You know, sometimes, Craig, you don't have any link to a horse, or if you know the trainer or the driver very well, but you just love the horse. There's a horse coming up in race 7 today I just love. American Sniper. Man, he's a proper horse. Now, I know he's only won 1 of 3. He probably lacks an inch of really high speed. So he may not end up being a top horse, but gee, I like him. I think he's a horse who tries really hard. I could see him being a horse who wins 7 or 8 races during his career. And I thought the best version of him would win race 7 today.
He's a very, very good horse. I mean, he got beaten by a good horse who won the Curio Cup last week, an Italian lad. So the horses that are beating him are going on and winning as well. He's drawn a little bit awkwardly. He does have very good gate speed, Michael. He'll probably start favourite in this race, and deservedly so. He's been in very good form. If you want to put one in along with American Sniper, the horse I mentioned to you about 4 weeks ago, Midfru Louisiana Bow. God, I hate saying that name. Doesn't roll off.
You did a pretty good job there. For a guy who's not on television much at the moment, you did a pretty good job. But we're keeping you ticking over until we get you back to
it. I don't have a good chance to go back and review what I'm saying. But yeah, it's not a bad trot, not a bad horse, this from Brett White's team. And it trialled on Tuesday and did win its trial at Ashburton. So it's pretty forward to go. But agree with you on American Sniper. He should go the furthest in this field. He looks like a 6 or 7 win horse.
Yeah, if I can get any sort of price for him, I'm keen to have a bet. I haven't been betting big on Sundays, but I really like him. And I like Mark Oranga because I think he'll lead and not be attacked. What do you like today? What's your Sunday afternoon special for us? By the way, we kick off at 12:15 first on the card. There's 10 races there today.
I like the last race. I know you have to wait to the last, which is never easy, but hopefully you've built a bank with American Sniper during the day. But I am Adeline. There's a mare trained by Coaster Howe that was extremely unlucky last week at Addington. End up being pushed back from 3 back to last at the 400 and really got home nicely. Prior to that, it was parked out all the way and ran 3rd. Just hasn't had any luck, Michael. Johnny Cox takes the drive. I thought it's in the right race. If you can get a nice price, I think it's a very good bet in the last. I am Adeline for a stable. Coaster Howe, boy, he's kicking goals at the moment with the likes of Nandolo, really doing a good job.
All right, you've been tipping excellently. We've had lots of feedback for the Big Fish, Little Fish and some of the ones you've been chucking out. Have you been backing a winner, or is it harder to get on because of the restrictions? Obviously, both you and I are restricted punters. And is it more difficult to back a winner than it was 3 years ago because of those restrictions?
Hell yeah. That would be the easy answer, Michael. Very difficult to get on. You know what it's like. We've talked about it on the box seat 18 months ago. For guys like you and myself, we're limited to what we can win. So we just have to negate that by mulching it up with something else, Michael. As you know, if you can find a winner and you can't get on it at the price that you want or get the amount that you want to get on, then you tend to have to double it up with something maybe a little bit shorter in the day, just so you can advance your profit.
Okay, so lots of people aren't restricted, which is good for them. So for the people who want to learn more about the harness racing, punting, or they just haven't got the time to do their own research, how do they get all your tips for a meeting like today or next Thursday or whenever these things are rolling around next?
Well, mate, I think walesharness.co.nz, that's the place to go to get the information for the harness racing. I know, Michael, you're doing a segment for Boys Get Paid at the moment, doing their version of how you back horses regarding finding the value and also analysing that. So I think that's an option if you get on their website and log onto them. That would maybe a way to work out how to place a punt and manoeuvre the toe.
Yeah, look, it's been fun working with Boys Get Paid because I think there's a lot of people, mainly guys, but obviously some females as well, who really want to punt and they enjoy it and they enjoy the experience of it. But there's not many people in New Zealand, because we don't operate with many bookmakers and interact with them face to face, who can actually say, well, this is what you don't do and this is what you do. And as you know, you can spend about 10 years getting a database in your head of stuff you shouldn't do. And I think it's important we explain to people how that works. So with these, not tutorials, not to lecture anybody, but on Boys Get Paid, we're going to try and say to people, well, hey, this is what I've learned. Maybe
well, it's a good
maybe to not do some of these things.
Yeah, well, as you say, I mean, it's a social network forum, and it's a great avenue to learn a lot more about harness racing or galloping, whatever your code of choice is. Any news is good news, Michael. Any advice that you can give the viewers, I think it's well-founded.
Mate, thanks for your time over Big Fish, Little Fish for this week. Good luck on the punt, and to everybody out there watching, thanks for taking time out to spend a bit of the Sunday with Craig and I. Good luck if you're having a punt at Addington.